My seasonal depression has been going strong. And honestly, I've been depressed all morning. And I was like, I'm going to go exercise and then maybe I'll go to Home Depot. And I almost didn't to check out the garden center. If you're new here, I'm an ambassador for Olson's Greenhouse, and they grow a lot of the plants for Walmart and Home Depot stores in my area in the Intermountain West. Anyway, I was like, I'll go see if anything has come in. And I pulled into the parking lot, and my friends are here from Pro Grow. They also own a company that takes care of the plants and the merchandising. So my friend Glenn is here, my friend Kirsten is here, and there's not even any plants here, and I already feel so much better. I'm like way excited. They do have some plants. There's bulbs, so we're gonna go check out the hyacinth and the daffodil bulbs. I'm so excited I can't even talk. And maybe take some home and do a little porch planting. I was editing videos all day yesterday and I didn't get to go outside. We have fall spring right now here in Utah, which is a great time to do some pruning on your hydrangeas. I will get to that in a later video, but it's also a great time to plant forced bulbs if you didn't get around to it in the fall, which I never do. So they're a great option for me. Let's go see what they have. But first, some protein. If my tamale dealer is here, it's gonna be the best day of my life. I don't think she's here. I don't see her. Now I have some hyacinths in my garden that are peeking up, but I only have not even probably a quarter of an inch sticking up on my hyacinths so far. And these are really fun. Dude, that car almost hit me. To plant, because both of these are perennials in Utah, so they will come back if you leave the green part in the ground long enough after they bloom to let this absorb all of the energy back down into the bulb, and that way it has enough to bloom again next year. If you cut off all of the greenery too soon, it's not going to bloom as well for you. Look at these. Ooh, and they even put the name Goblet. I'm gonna go inside and Google that where it's warm and get a cart. And, ooh, these are new. Hang on. These are really pretty primroses. I'm definitely gonna get some of those. And also the cutest little packs of primroses too. Now my friends in the parking lot told me that there's also a new shipment of the Proven Winners Leaf Joy. So if you're looking for some houseplants to brighten up the winter blues, it seems like they're shipping to stores right now. I'll show you a couple of the ones I have and I really love. This one right here is one of my favorites. Mine is not looking quite this happy because I have been putting I've just been putting non-distilled. You need to put a little bit nicer water on these than I've been using. I just use normal tap water, which is not the smartest plan. And mine's a little bit leggy too. Looking at this one is much more dense. Obviously they know what they're doing. This was a new plant for me, but I absolutely love the leaves on this plant. They're very velvety and I love the distinction of the line going down the middle. It's a beautiful one. It's called Prismacolor. It's one of my favorite kinds of colored pencils. Favorite brand. So I really have enjoyed having this plant. They actually have quite a few that I haven't grown. This one's been on my list too because it looks like dinosaur leaves. This one's called Mythic Dragonite. Let me show you the tag. It's just a really cool texture on the leaves. And that's a gigantic leaf. Look how big that is. This Ficus elastica is a favorite of mine. I love the pink on the new growth, and then it kind of changes to a creamy greenish yellow color, but then the veins are still kind of pink. This one's been a great one for me as well. It's a good size too. Mine's just super happy. I don't grow cactus personally. I give them to my husband. So the little plastic flower is not a thing for me. I don't care. Buy it if you like it. Whoop. We're gonna pretend I didn't just drop that. There you go, buddy. Oh, ow. He's fine, guys, he's fine. Note to self, don't touch the cactus. I really do like orchids. I would love to put together an orchid video for you sometime soon. The amount of variety that they have in orchids, it's just, look at that. It's so fascinating to me, all the detail and design. And this has a little double, so really pretty. And then there's huge ones over here too. So stunning. Kind of a lime yellow. Anyway, if you're looking for an orchid, now might be a great time. If you're looking for a houseplant in general, getting out of that winter blues. Oh, and these are really fun also. I call this my Neverland plant. This is another one I have at my desk. And mine is crazy tall, and my leaves aren't quite this big anymore, so I don't think it's incredibly happy with me. Again, I'm not using the filtered water. I just am using normal tap water on mine. But I love this plant. This is a great one in my office. If you have a college student or even my parents, I have these for my mom at her house and also for my kids. These are a really, really fun way to introduce plants, easy care plants for someone that you love, and that makes a great gift too. So I actually have a wide variety of these fun leaf joy in the little glass bowls. Everyone asks me, anytime I post these on Instagram, people ask me where I get these pots, but they come with them. And I actually really love this one too. Summer nights I like Hawaii also. Hawaii is probably my favorite one, but I don't think they have it in this store right now. I'm really holding back at not adding any houseplants to my collection today because I have a lot inside right now, and as soon as summer starts, they get luckily taken care of by my husband, but I just really like outdoor flowering plants the very, very best, but these tide me over until it's time for summer. I don't know what this is, but I'm gonna scan it. I'm gonna scan it. If you don't know what Vigoro is, this is basically a Home Depot brand, and they grow really great varieties under this name. That's just what I figured out. No one told me that. I'm just saying I do like the Vigoro brand, and it is exclusive to Home Depot. If you've been looking for the Bushel and Berry brand, these are for patios and containers, and they are stocking them right now in stores. I have grown the raspberry shortcakes for a couple years now. I don't really love invasive plants, so I prefer to do these in a container. One, because they're thornless and my kids can pick them, and two, because I can keep them in a container because they are made for growing in containers, and they're not going to invade onto my neighbor's property or send little shoots underground into flower beds that I don't want them in. But I really want to add a bunch more of these because my family eats a lot of berries. My tomato crop was amazing last year, and my kids are not thrilled with me, so they have requested many, many more berries this year. And if you're thinking about starting seeds, now is the time that you want to be picking out your seeds for the best selection and variety. I start majority of my seeds right around St. Patrick's Day, is kind of like the day that I just start mine. I like to correlate things with holidays so that I remember to get things done. And St. Patrick's Day is like my seed planting holiday. And so yeah, I have started a few things you can see on my channel already, but some of those I did to either grow inside. I have some lettuces that are growing inside, or I did them just to show you how to be able to plant seeds. But it's time, it's getting there. If you haven't ordered grow lights, that's the other thing I hugely recommend doing because they will sell out. So if you want the kind like I have, you definitely need to go check out that video or check out my links on Amazon. I'll link those below, and get those ordered. Just order them, do it. You'll use them for years, and the new ones that I got are so tiny and so good as far as space saving. If you don't want to be using it all year long and have it out all the time, you just pack them back up in the box, and the lights are, only an inch around. I love them. I love them. This is a great pick I loved my San Marzano. I was looking to see if they had super sauce seeds. Those grew gigantic for me last year, and these grew incredibly well also and really, really healthy. So I'm just looking down here to see if there's super sauce. I see super steak, and Roma is always a great choice. I've never grown Big Daddy, but that sounds promising. Super sauce was amazing, so maybe you'll have to order those online. I really did like that. Another one that's really fun is radishes. I like to make pickled radishes, and so these ones I slice those on a little mandolin. These are really fun to grow. I was gonna say they're fun to grow if you have kids, but my kids don't really like eating them. I have one that will eat them if they're pickled. They're really rewarding to grow. We'll just say that. Now, as I mentioned, I am an ambassador for Olson's Greenhouse Gardens. They grow the Burpee brand plants for Home Depot. So sometimes I'll start them and then I will not be as successful as I like, or something will come up, or whatever, life happens. Some years they go great, sometimes they don't. But if that happens to you, don't worry, because they will get the little starts, the vegetable starts, when you need those too. So if you don't have time to go starting seeds, you don't want the mess, you have pets or small children, just wait until the starts come out, and I will be posting about those all season as well. I'm really excited. I can't remember if I saw those in the greenhouse when I was there last. I need to go down again and see if they've started their veggies yet. I should do the math, but I'm not going to. So in the spring, I prefer to start planting in the place that I will see it the most. And this drives my husband a little bit crazy because it is by our driveway, which is kind of a weird place to start planting plants in the spring, but it is what it is and it makes me happy. So that's where we're going to plant a few of these, and I might put a few up by my door because they'll be easy to water. Not that anyone comes to my front door because it's high. Now, whenever I buy my primroses, I like to go through and just pinch off any of the spent blooms, because as you can see underneath here, there are a whole bunch more just waiting to come up. So I'll do it as I'm sitting around looking for things in the store, waiting for my kids, whatever, and I'll just pull these off, and then that will allow the new blooms down underneath here to start pushing out. So an unexpected sad point of coming in the spring is finding, I come a lot, and people passing away over the winter time. It's sad. Jeff, you will be missed at the garden register. I was asking about people, and they kind of catch me up to date on what has happened over the winter season, and yeah. So here's what I ended up grabbing. I grabbed 6 of the goblet daffodils, and I'm gonna use those for height in the back of whatever planter. I think I'm gonna do the 2 planters by my door and then the one on my driveway that I mentioned that I see all the time. So I've got, and I'm very clumsy on camera. You don't see that on Instagram, only on YouTube. You'll be seeing that a lot, I'm afraid. And then these bowls of primroses, I am so excited about. I haven't seen these before. I don't know if I've just missed them in the past years or if they're new, but they are stunning. And then I got 6 of the white primroses and 4 of the pink, because that was what was in the container and looked good together, and so that's what I grabbed. And then I also got 6 of the hyacinth bulb sets because those smell really good. As people are coming to your front door, that's kind of a fun spring, I don't know, I just like them, okay, so. And a gentleman came up to me as I was checking out and loading my cart, and we need to talk about the elephant in the room, which is my nails. And I always get asked about this. Always, honestly, especially in person shopping at a store. People are like, oh, I don't know why. It's surprising to me that they noticed. My husband hasn't even noticed that I got my nails done yet. I had these done. I like to have them longer. Gardening is fine. Maybe I'll take you to Lowe's really quick and show you the gloves that I buy. They only carry them at Lowe's. They don't carry them at Home Depot. Someone needs to change that. They need to carry them at Home Depot. And it will keep the dirt out of your nails. So I only have 2 pairs of those gloves. I probably need like 10 more pairs of those gloves. They're a little bulkier and heavier duty than just the normal gloves that you buy. And they actually will keep your nails nice. So I use those gloves. The problem with the nails is actually Instagramming, because I try to type in numbers and things, and it's really frustrating to me because I can't type on my tiny little phone to share deals and things in my stories over there. So it's not the gardening that's the problem with the nails. It's actually talking about gardening that's the problem with the nails. But I sure do like them, and they make me happy. So I keep them as long as I can into garden season. Sometimes they get my way, and then I go through phases and like rage quit, as my children call it, having my nails done. But I do really like having them. I got so excited about the plants, I forgot to go to Lowe's. But these are the gloves that I like. I don't know the brand name, but they look just like this. And I need to go buy a couple more pairs. If you're there or headed out, maybe grab yourself some and tell me what you think. I think they are about $6 a pair. I could be totally wrong. That could be an old price. I don't know, but they work really well for me. And it is time for me to run pick up my kids and unload the car. So I will show you the spring plants in a video coming up very soon. So be sure to watch for that, and I will see you soon.